What's up, you guys? The Curious Owl here, and welcome back to Top 5 Wednesday. So I'm so sorry for there not being a Top 5 Wednesday last week. Unfortunately, as many of you guys may know, I was having some major troubles with my computer. It basically was not working, and I had to take it home this past weekend to get it fixed, but it is now fixed, as you guys know. So this week we are focusing on different classes that you would want by characters from books. Now, because it's back to school time, everyone's getting ready to go back to classes, so this week's prompt is basically talking about what kind of classes would you want that would come from certain books or series, and even what kind of characters would you want to have teach them. So here are my top 5 classes I would want for school. So the first class I would take would be PE, probably with Min-Ho over from the Maze Runner, because he basically teaches Thomas the entire thing about running through the mazes and how to go through them, and he kind of just basically is like his PE teacher in a way, along with being his overall mentor. So I feel like I would really get a good workout from Min-Ho, and even if Thomas was to maybe be like a partner of some kind, like a sparring partner or whatever have you, if we start to do kind of more different kinds of things besides running. So he's just kind of the guy I would think that I would really enjoy being my trainer, because he'd be very tough on me. He would be really pushing me to do what it is I need to do. The next class I would want would be kind of more of a history class, where I would learn about the casters and kind of the whole caster realm specifically. And if you guys are familiar with the Beautiful Creatures series by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl, you will know that the only person that can really tell us much of anything as far as the history of the casters and everything about them is Marian the Librarian, which is hilarious to me that kind of rhymes. But anyway, Marian is a character where she is so knowledgeable of the caster world, even though she is a mortal just like Ethan, and she was Ethan's mother's best friend, and so she's just this amazing link between these two worlds, the mortal world and the caster world, and I really feel like I could gain a lot of knowledge from her, and I would really enjoy her as a person, because I feel that, she's a very loving person. She's very motherly to Ethan because she was his mother's best friend, and I just think she's just an interesting person overall. Number 3 is going to be a math class, because I hate math so much. It is my least favorite subject, but I think the only person that I think would be able to help me would be Ollie from Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Ollie is so freaking smart when it comes to math. Like, it is his only subject he's actually good at in school, and I just feel like for some reason if I kind of had him with me to teach me math, it'd be easier for me to learn. But at the same time, with his devilishly good looks, I may get a little distracted, so it's kind of iffy there. Second class is actually a very unconventional class again. This I think would be more kind of along the lines of alchemy, or like a very intense chemistry class, and I would have that with Myrnin from my favorite series of all time, Morganville Vampires by Rachel Caine. If I haven't talked about this series enough with you guys, it's gonna probably come up a lot more, so be prepared. Myrnin is one of the oldest vampires in Morganville. He is essentially like, I think if not the oldest, he is the second oldest vampire in the town, and he's pretty crazy. So I kind of am a little afraid to have a class with him, because he can be very unpredictable, especially when he hadn't had blood in a long time. He gets very famished, and he gets very angry and hostile when he's hungry, so I have to make sure to keep a couple packets of blood on hand for him while he's teaching me some alchemy. But basically, he teaches alchemy to the main character Claire over the course of the series, and she gets to learn all about these different things, about different kinds of ways for her to be able to help the vampires while also helping herself by protecting her from vampires that may be trying to harm her. And the last class I decided I want to take is a baking class with Peeta from The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I don't know, I just feel like I need a bit of a home ec class, and I'm not like too well versed in baking, although I feel like if Peeta was my teacher, he'd tell me a lot of great ways about how to bake bread at least. That way I can start making it myself, and I can possibly start making homemade bread, because I've had homemade bread before and it is so freaking good. And I don't know, I feel like it'd be an interesting class to take with Peeta. He could tell me all these stories about him and Katniss and being in the Hunger Games, and kind of all these different things that, he would be involved in, at least after the Hunger Games even. So there you guys go. Those are the top 5 classes and people I would want to teach them from books. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are, if there are any classes that I mentioned you would want to take, or what your classes are that you would want to take and who you would want to teach them. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!